We got one of the old hoes who done struck again. Look at that beautiful sister right there. Hey, hello, lady. Look at that beautiful baby old dog, you sister. This is a nurse. That baby a nurse. Nurses have been getting like a little bad rap lately out here in the doggone street. But this nurse right here, she decided to go ahead on and say, I'm guilty. I'm plead guilty on this right here. During the case that has been going on with a 7-year-old. Is it a 7-year-old? A 7-year-old boy, a starvation death. A starvation death case. Yeah, you starve a baby, but then again, we humans, and it is what it is. They say that the 7-year-old was 7 pounds. I don't understand. Damn it, I really don't understand, but damn it, let's go ahead on and see what had happened out here in this street. Look.
Now to the latest from the courtroom in the tragic case involving the death of a 7-year-old with special needs. The suspect charged offering a change of plea today, and Local 10's Terrell Fournet has the latest. Terrell.
Yeah, Janice, the details surrounding this case, hard to believe for many people from the very beginning. You have a 7-year-old boy, special needs, who at the time of his death weighed the size of a newborn, just 7 pounds. He was
7-year-old who weighed 7 pounds. Oh, they need to be removed already.
Purposely starved to death, according to prosecutors. Well, 5 people were ultimately arrested for this child's death, and one of those individuals was here in court today, and she told a judge that she's guilty. Merlan Multimer has spent nearly 2 years in a Broward jail awaiting trial.
Shout out to Baby for having a real right now.
But on Thursday, the 49-year-old walked into a courtroom with a change of heart about her initial plea.
Count 15, man, murder in the 3rd degree, felony in the 2nd degree. How do you wish to plead, man? Guilty or no contest?
Guilty, Merlan says softly, all tied to the death of a young boy with special needs. 7-year-old Deontay Atwell was found by first responders at his home on Christmas Day in 2023, weighing just 7 pounds. Investigators concluded the child was starved to death. At the time, prosecutors said Atwell was tortured. Also, 5 adults close to him could benefit from a scam to defraud Medicaid. The boy's mother, Michelle Doe, was also arrested back in 2024, along with the child's adult brother, his grandfather, a nurse, and Merland, who was the owner of a Medicare provider company.
If I got my math right, that's 65 years in Florida State Prison you're looking at on these charges collectively. Do you understand that as a maximum penalty?
This plea deal means Merlan will now evade significant state prison time, essentially crediting her with time served. However, the 49-year-old convicted felon must still serve out her full federal prison time for the Medicare fraud, charges she was previously convicted of. The judge agreed with prosecutors that Merlan must also forfeit any and all of her nursing licenses for good and pay back about $25,000 in restitution. In addition to those stipulations, we know that the judge also ordered for Merlan to have 7 years of reporting probation once she is ultimately released from federal custody, where she will head once she is transferred here from the Broward County Jail. Nonetheless, this is a case that is still ongoing because those 4 other dependents who face similar charges, all of those charges are still at this point pending against them. None of them at this point have been resolved.
Do y'all understand that they gave a bitch credit time served for participating in the baby's death? Hold on. I just want y'all to get this right here. And then listen, he had a brother. He also had a mama. He also had a granddaddy. All y'all done felt the little boy for Medicare?
A nurse and Merland, who was the owner of a Medicare provider company.
If I got my math right, that's 65 years in Florida State Prison you're looking at on these charges collectively.
I believe that everybody need to be removed off Earth. I'm not talking about get the death penalty and all this. This need to be off Earth. Out here in the doggone street. If y'all say that y'all believe that y'all really care about children. If you really care about children and the protection of children and all that shit like that, this need to be removed off Earth. Let's stop playing with people. Here we go.
Do you understand that as a maximum penalty?
This plea deal means Merlan will now evade significant state prison time, essentially crediting her with time served.
Credit her with time served. She's been in jail for 2 years. They credit her with time served for participating in a 7-year-old boy death.
However, the 49-year-old convicted felon must still serve out her full federal prison time for the Medicare fraud.
The Medicare fraud, Bitch, you finna serve that time for that right there. So the Medicare fraud, the money part is more important than the child's part. Huh? That is so sad. And then they're going to take this baby way of making money away from her, which is her nursing degree and license and all that fly shit right there, because I'm pretty listen, they able to take her license because it's on file. Her school ain't closed down. Anyway, go ahead.
Charges she was previously convicted of. The judge agreed with prosecutors that Merland must also forfeit any and all of her nursing licenses for good and pay back about $25,000.
He's got to pay back $25,000. He's got to pay back $25,000. Y'all gonna take that baby degree that she worked for. She passed the test, she passed the NCLEX and all that fly shit. So we're just gonna go ahead and take that little license right there. It is what it is. But they care more about the Medicare fraud than they do a child, a 7-year-old boy. And I'm guessing because it's a dog boy that we care more about the money than we do the boy. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all for rocking. I'm out of here, man.